What's going on, YouTube? Hope everybody's having a great day today. It's another beautiful day here. I don't know if anybody knows, whatever, I'm in Oklahoma. And beautiful day today. I think the bottom's going to fall out tomorrow. It's supposed to be real windy, real cold tomorrow. But that's just part of, it's becoming wintertime. That's part of it. I like to ask for y'all's help on this little deal. I want to do a giveaway. I've been telling y'all that. If y'all have any ideas on a little contest that I can do so I can do my giveaway, please, leave a comment down below. Like I said, I like to do, I'm going to have some gift cards for my first giveaway, probably 3 or 4 different gift cards. So, or a handful of them, so a handful of people can win. If you have any ideas of a good contest I can do, or a contest that you've seen on YouTube, don't hesitate to leave a comment about it, because I'm ready to get the contest started for sure. This is a little small video of, I did a video yesterday about colic. Today I'm just going to do a little video of if I'm going to go buy a new horse or look at a horse, what I look into to make sure that the horse is, safe to get for me or somebody else. If I'm buying it from an individual, I'll show up, and I'm a big fan of riding it myself. I think a horse will act different whenever a new person's riding it. I prefer to get on it myself. Some people don't feel safe enough to do that, and that's okay. The first thing that I want to do is I want to look at their eyes. I want to make sure their eyes look calm. They're not all bug-eyed and crazy looking. Cover their eyes up. See what they look like, how they act with their eyes covered up. Mess with their ears. Stick your finger in their ears. See how they act. Make sure they're not nipping you. Mess with their mouth. I want to mess with their mouth. Make sure their mouth is okay, their teeth. I like to be hands-on from head to butt with the horse. I don't want them biting me. I don't want them kicking me. What I do, you want to make sure they're sound. Make sure they're not lame. A lot of people will sell a horse doped up, and unfortunately, there's a lot of bad people out there that'll do that. Another thing, what I want to do is I'll pick up their leg. Some people might not feel comfortable doing it, but I do it. I'll pick it up and I hold it up. I want to see what they do. See how he's trying to put it down. I'm not going to let go of it yet. You see that? I'm going to hold on to it to let him know I don't want to put it down yet. Now I'll set it down. Another thing, like I said, mess with their feet. I like to, some people will say, well, this horse has been rode miles and miles and kid broke and all that. Well, I'm not going to take their word for it. So a little small deal, what I'll do is I'll come up to the wither, and I'll put my hands right here on the wither and kind of mess with it and squeeze it a few times, go down the backbone. And a horse that hadn't had much riding time or saddle on their back much will start shaking like crazy, like there's a big horse fly on them or something. They'll just keep on shaking and shaking and shaking. So doesn't matter what the person says. Like I said, always check that. Make sure that the wither is not going crazy and stuff like that. Some horses will even back up. They'll try to get away from you. They'll try to bite at you because they're not used to nothing on their back. So you can do that. You can look for saddle marks. This horse had a saddle mark on her. That right here is a saddle mark. So she's had riding time. Like I said, then the next thing is I want to put a saddle on them. I'll throw the pad on them, throw a saddle on them, and I want to see what they're going to do. I want to ride them. If you tell me it's kid broke, I expect it to be kid broke, but I'm not going to throw my kids on it. So I'll get on it, ride them around. What I like to do is ride them around. I'll walk them around, and then I'll get them into a trot, and then after a trot, I'll get them from a trot to a lope. Why I want to get the trot to the lope is because a horse is more likely to buck in between the trot and the lope. It's just how it is. If you don't know what you're looking for, you always want to check their ears. If their ears are going to be pinned back while you're in between the trot and the run or anything. If they're throwing their head down, a horse can't buck if you keep their head up. If the horse drops their head, then more tendency to buck. So I'll ride around in circles, stuff like that, get them into a trot, and then get them into that lope, because in between the trot and the lope, most of the time, a horse that wants to buck, they're going to bust off into buck in between the trot and the lope. So that's a couple things you can look at. You know, if you want a gelding, there's different things that you have to do for a gelding than you would a mare. You know, which is you're gonna have to debean them or get them debeaned. That's just part of having a gelding. I can go over the whole debeaning process. I debean my own horses. You know, like I say, you look in their mouth, make sure that, you know, how old the horse is. That's another video I can do about checking age of horses through their teeth. And, you know, then also when you get horses, you have to deal with, like I said, deworming them. You know, I do it every 6 months. I switch it off to different kinds. And then also you have to deal with their teeth, which is, you have to get them floated, stuff like that. And it's just a process. And then, you know, making sure that you'll be able to feed them the right kind of food, grain, hay, if you have pasture for them. You know, so this is, like I said, a little small video of what to look into about whenever you want to, you know, buy a new horse. And I'm sure I left out some stuff, but that's kind of the basics of it. Thanks, you know, for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, you know, please do. We appreciate every one of y'all. We appreciate the time you put into watching our videos. And you know, like I said, we're gonna get this contest going for my giveaway. And I appreciate every one of y'all spending the time with me. I'm gonna try to make a video every single day. And next couple days, I'm gonna hop on them 3 horses, and you'll get to ride with me, and we'll see how they act. It's gonna be fun. Y'all have a good day, and we will talk to you soon.